and good evening, everyone. Thank you for the introduction and the opportunity to speak and think with you all today. My name is Alexander Ávila, as previously stated, and I'm an undergraduate studying sociology. My project for the Cogut Institute involves a sociological investigation into one of the most sociological phenomena of the contemporary moment, the anti-mask, anti-vaccine, and anti-lockdown movements, which appeared on a global scale during the COVID-19 pandemic. My project involves two case studies. The first case study is a familiar story to the Western world, zooming in on the anti-mask, vax, and lockdown movements that emerge out of the conservative suburbs in Orange County, California. The other case is less familiar. It involves oppositional movements from the indigenous populations in Chiapas, Mexico, whose history could not be more different than that of the affluent conservative Orange County suburbs. Chiapas has a history of revolutionary left-wing organizing, and the region, once famous for declaring a war against the neoliberal Mexican state in the 1990s, has now been consumed by opposition to health measures from a similar revolutionary perspective. For the past few years, scholars have been trying to piece together political resistance to public health measures, searching for the underlying psychological markers, individual level factors, and cultural moments that would explain why the world has suddenly become so irrational. From my research, I've come to the conclusion that these anti-public health movements are not at all a crisis of irrationality, but the epitome of what a total capitalist rationalization and instrumentality provokes in certain populations. The movements in Chiapas and Orange County, both fueled by sensational misinformation online, respond to what they perceive as an encroachment by the state onto their life worlds and cultures. Using hundreds of thousands of Facebook comments and machine learning techniques, my project analyzes the discourse in Orange County and Chiapas and highlights the similarities and radical differences of their grievances. As the project nears completion, I hope to answer the following final questions. How does the discourse on COVID-19 restrictions differ between these two cases, and what do these differences reveal about the influence of ideology on discourse? Which social mechanisms explain how anti-restriction movements, distinct public discourses converge across the globe? What do the dynamics of these mechanisms reveal about discourse in advanced capitalist societies? Using critical theories from Jürgen Habermas on new social movements, I hypothesize that these oppositional movements are a case of what he called new social movements. That is, movements which react to administrative systems or the state's progressive rationalization of culture and life. The anti-restriction movement acts as a case study of the larger ways new information technologies and social media instrumentalizes citizen resistance to advanced capitalist systems' ubiquitous rationalization. Though my project cannot solve the fragmented social pathologies of the postmodern moment, I hope that this project highlights the limitations of capitalist rationality and regulation in effectively combating misinformation and political discontent.